Hello and welcome back for Severance Season 2, Episode 5. This one's called Trojan's Horse. I'm really unsure why they have put the apostrophe S here. But maybe when I'm reading...
Was that what this episode was called?
Yes.
Yes.
It's been a week since I watched this, so I nearly actually watched the 6th episode accidentally, but stopped myself when I realized, no, wait, I've definitely watched after that weird Woes Hollow episode.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll just get started, guys, and as usual, thank you to the Severance Wiki on fandom. Here we go.
Comment, subscribe, Wiki fandom, Severance fandom.
Oh, no, like, comment, subscribe, us.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I was telling them, the Wiki people, to like, whatever.
Yeah.
The time's passed. It's fine.
That'll get them.
All right. This episode starts, and we see someone who is, I guess, dressed like a doctor or something. And we actually never see his face. He's pushing a cart down a hallway, slowly whistling. And it says here that he's whistling the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which apparently is a tune.
That's what Mum said when we watched it.
Oh, really?
She just messaged me back saying, "Oh, the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It's an old song about a shipwreck."
There you go.
As soon as that scene started, she was like, "That's what that is."
Wow.
I didn't know they'd have it in the wiki. I guess they're knowledgeable.
So he comes to Elizabeth and Felicia. What department are they in again?
Optics and design.
That's it. Thank you. Optics and design, and asks if they have them. Elizabeth opens a door and pulls out a tray of instruments. She hands them to the doctor.
They look like dental instruments.
That's what I thought as well.
Torture.
Or what?
Instruments of torture.
Well, either way, really.
The dentist, accurate. Or the dentist. I don't know what we're talking about.
So
no
she
apologies to the dentists who watch.
Yeah. You know who you are. She hands them to the doctor.
You know what you've done.
He thanks her and leaves, continuing to whistle as he goes. He takes the instruments down that famous dark hallway and enters the elevator at the end, adding more mystery to why is he going down there with those instruments.
They're really worried about dental hygiene on the testing floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wasn't he going to the export hall?
Yeah, but wasn't it when they sent Miss Casey down there? Didn't she call it the testing floor or something like that?
Yeah, but this is where all the handcrafted watermelons are coming from. All those instruments were to cut up watermelon.
Oh, you reckon?
I pity the person who's using that to cut up a watermelon.
Must admit, I didn't think of the export hall until we saw him again later, but I thought, of course, they told us in the last episode that someone comes and does the deliveries now, that she doesn't go herself, that someone comes and picks them up.
And collects them, yeah.
But I didn't think of it in the beginning.
I didn't think about it until you just said it right then.
Okay. I'm ahead of you, even though other people will be shaking their heads probably.
And Katie only watched it today, so yeah.
Well,
I watched it a couple of days ago.
We're watching it a week apart. If you watch them back to back, you'd probably think of it straight away.
Yeah.
So we switch over to Mark, and he's taking pills out of one of those pill organizer things. He answers his phone and tells Devon his weekend thing was good, but his innie apparently fell off a rope. He's not hurt, but he got a bit wet. She asks if he has any idea what actually happened, and he says no. He opens the fridge and takes one of many identical bottles of liquid out, and that looks gross, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's this sort of... Yeah.
It took me a second to remember that was because of his reintegration that he's probably drinking that. I was like, ooh, why does he have all this stuff?
Yeah, same.
And is he sick?
Well, he is coughing a bit in this episode, actually.
Yeah.
Where have we seen that before?
So Devon asks him, where have we seen it before?
Petey.
Is it Petey?
Was a coughing mess.
He was
was he?
Blood.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
But he also wasn't taking his medication or drinking the weird drinks anymore.
Drinking the coagulated milk, yeah.
And she knows more what she's doing this time around.
After testing it one time.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah. He's living his best life.
He did this, he went...
Devon asks him how burning a message into his eyeballs is going. He tells her he can't get it to last long enough, so he's going to keep trying. We see him drink the liquid, and he definitely doesn't like the taste. And it's at this point that I realise he hasn't told her about the reintegration.
Probably doesn't want to worry her because he's probably told her about Petey.
Yeah.
He did tell her about Petey.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Petey died.
Yeah.
When his door opens, he ends the call with Devon abruptly, saying he has to get to work. It's Asal, who tells him he needs to get his dryer fixed. It's like, has she moved in?
Apparently.
I think she has.
It's too dangerous for her out in the real world.
Yeah.
He says she could also not live there. She tells him she can't keep coming in and out. He asks if she thinks they're watching them, and she says it depends on how dumb he's played it. He asks when they keep going. She says it might be tonight.
Think about her.
Yeah.
And she'll decide later. Mark hasn't remembered everything else, but maybe his innie has. I like that point. It's like, you haven't, but maybe your innie. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Don't question the message. Maybe you're not supposed to know.
Yeah, we see Helena meeting with Natalie and Mr. Drummond, so she's obviously in big trouble for getting nearly killed. She took the rest of the weekend to recover and tells them she's fine. She asks if she'll be updating her father later. When they don't answer, she says he should hear it from her. Mr. Drummond says they decided to spare him the knowledge. She asks them to let him know his daughter is alive and well. It's like, and this gives further credence to my initial idea at the beginning of this season. It was just it was just like a little idea where she is not happy.
I don't think she's happy.
No. And also, in what world do you need someone else to intervene between you and your own father? Why are there barriers between them?
Nelly, but he's
in the world of Lumen.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's a cult, as it seems, you wouldn't ever speak to the leader of the time.
But I don't think he is the leader. I think
Nelly, you need to join more cults. You know, you'd not be asking this question if you had.
Seriously, or just watch more cult TV shows.
Has she just become unhappy, or was she always unhappy?
I suspect she's always been unhappy. But I don't think we've been given enough info to know either way.
My feeling is that if she had always been unhappy, it wasn't acknowledged in herself that she was unhappy. She just kind of went along with what she was supposed to because that's what the family was supposed to do. I feel like being severed is what's changing her mind.
And
especially when she sees
her other half nearly tried to do herself.
Yeah,
and
I mean, she didn't care about that though.
And then she's watching the footage of how her other self interacts with other people, and
how she's kind of happy.
She's a lot freer and
true.
Uninhibited.
Yep, my favorite kind of person. Just get that tail whack in your face there, Nelly.
Yeah, she's moved on. She's off to her bed.
Yep. Mr. Drummond says the medical team says her tempers will rebalance quickly. There's those tempers again.
Tempers.
Yep. Some residual trauma is to be expected. He suggests arranging another obligement session this evening. It's just like, there's so much about this episode that makes me really uncomfortable with the corporateness of it, if you know what I mean. Michael, you'll definitely know what I mean. It's all just like process and like...
weird cult processes, not like real processes.
Yeah. Natalie says they're close. Mark is at 81% on Cold Harbor as of Friday. It won't be much longer. But we've got 6 more episodes, so how's that going to work?
And another season, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's
that's
clearly going to get distracted.
They're making it up as they go along, don't worry.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Michael. It won't be much longer. Helena says she won't go back down there, but they remind her it won't be her, but Helly. She reminds them her innie tried to kill her, and then the other one tried to kill her. They're animals. They really... This is where we find out what they really think of innies.
And her reaction to them as well, when she's been down there and seen that they're actually not animals.
Yeah, and she's interacted with them.
She's interacted with them, and yes, she's been faking it and whatever, but I do feel like she probably enjoyed that more than her time upstairs.
Yeah.
She says she wants to keep faking it, but they can't take that chance. Helena asks if James approves, and Mr. Drummond says he encouraged it. It's a risk, but there's no other solution. Mark won't work without her, and the work is mysterious and important. There's that line again, so they must give her to him. The board appreciates her
I
sacrifice.
think now Mark would work without her, but that's okay.
Yeah.
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 Everyone's a little anti-Helly.
As we find out this episode, everything's a bit awkward.
Yeah.
We see Mark and Helena arrive at work. Helly struggles as she enters the elevator. When the doors open, she sees Miss Huang and asks who she is, because, of course, this is her first time coming back to work.
First time down.
And her reaction coming down was kind of like her reaction at the gala that she was at.
Yes,
because that was the last thing. That's the first time they've rewoken up her. You know what I mean? Ugh.
Yep. Miss Huang greets Helly and introduces herself. She has Helly follow her, saying, Mr. Milchick will explain. She leads Helly to Mr. Milchick's office, where she tells Dylan and Mark that it's Helly. Mr. Milchick opens his door and invites them in. Helly wants to know what's going on. Dylan asks where Irving is, and Helly wants to know why he was trying to drown her. Mark wants to know if Helena was spying on them. Milchick says it's called a Glasgow block. He gives them a lot of info here. Helly is horrified to learn that Helena was on the 7th floor taking her place. Dylan asks again where Irving is. Mark also wants to know. Mr. Milchick says that Helena was conducting valuable research. Irving didn't know what the intention was, and he nearly drowned her. Their only option was to fire him. That's when Dylan realizes Irving is dead, as in his innie has ceased to exist.
Yeah.
Milchick says no, his Audi has departed on an elongated cruise voyage. You liar, Mr. Milchick. Dylan doesn't care about his Audi. Helly is still upset that Helena took her identity. Mr. Milchick tells them the story of a Swedish king going incognito among his people to learn their true grievances. Keir did the same, and then Helena carried on this tradition. Mark and Dylan aren't buying it. Dylan asks if Irving...
that word for us, by the way? Is it written there and you just avoided
It's not. It's not, and I'm happy that it's not, because I definitely won't be able to pronounce it.
the
Swedish word.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they actually, someone else actually says it as well.
It was written in the middle. Yeah. Actually, Mr. Milchick did an excellent job. Like he sounded. I mean, obviously, I don't know, but when he said it, I was like, "Wow, that sounded like you practiced a lot."
Dylan asks if Irving is going to come back or not. Mr. Milchick says no and offers to escort them back to macrodata refinement. They all walk back to macrodata refinement. When they get there, they're shocked to find their desks rearranged to a group of 3. The pictures on their desks have been edited. I love this. Yeah. This reminds me of an episode of the IT Crowd. I think it was the beginning of season 3, where he's got like he met a girl, and during the break between season 2 and 3, he was so happy, but then they broke up. So he photoshopped it out of all these photos. So it's like him on his own on a 2-seater bicycle. It's so funny. This is what it reminded me of. When Dylan makes a comment about Helena, Mr. Milchick reminds him that words have consequences and he'd hate to revoke certain privileges. It's like, ooh, nasty piece of work you are. As Mr. Milchick goes over the changes, Dylan asks for a funeral for Irving. Helly also wants that. Mark says, okay, as long as it's quick, which upsets Dylan. But Mark's reaction is really, he's preoccupied with everything that happened with Helena at the moment. I don't think he's deliberately being mean about Irving, because I think he likes Irving, and he's not.
Oh yeah, I don't think he is. I think he's really, really upset about what happened.
Yeah.
And he's trying to toe the line as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Milchick says he'll see what he can pull together. Meanwhile, they need to make progress on their files. Mark starts to cough and gets up. It's happening. It's happening, Michael. You were right. We see Mr. Milchick radio Miss Huang and ask her to ready a bereavement kit and bring it to meet him in the back office. We see Mark looking at himself in the mirror. Helly's knocking on the toilet door saying she's coming in. She asks if he really couldn't tell Helena wasn't...
It doesn't say anything about Miss Huang's reservations about giving them a funeral.
We're not at that yet.
Okay.
We're there. We're coming to that. Don't worry.
When she knocks on the door and does that whole thing, that's exactly the same process of how he knocked on the door when she was trying to swallow the lid.
Yep.
Word for word, everything he said.
Yep. So she asks if he really couldn't tell Helena wasn't her. He says no, and Helly asks what she was like. He says she was like Helly, or Helly is like her. He doesn't really know who she is. She says he does. It's not her fault. Her Audi hijacked her. Helly asks what happened to Mark up there, but he says it doesn't matter. I can see why he might not want to mention it. When she asks...
Well, I kind of slept with you already. You don't know about it.
You were really good.
He's asking about when they had when their innies were on the outside, not camping. She means what happened when he was in Audi. Oh my god, because that's her last memory.
Yes.
So she didn't mean what happened at the thingy.
No, but that's what he's thinking about, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, now that you mention that, I don't think she addresses at any time in this episode what happened to her with them.
No, you're right. And you'd think that if they were still interested in that kind of stuff, they would have brought it up. Now that
maybe it'll come up in the future.
Night Gardener, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they don't really need to talk about it because
now they know
who
she is.
That she's an Egan, yeah.
Which is kind of the most important part.
Or what
she
they
asked
found
Mark,
out.
but he wouldn't tell.
Yeah, she just asked him. Yeah,
he wouldn't show.
When she asks if he wants to hear what happened to her, here we go. She actually offers. He says he doesn't and just wants to forget it. Oh yeah, he's just totally like, oh god, what am I going to do? I slept with Helena, and it's just a mess now. It's just, I think, I'm so Michael. You've brought up in the past about how what crosses over between innie and outie. You've asked that sort of question, like what is common between what do they lose and what do they keep? That sort of thing.
I was more thinking in the beginning when the innies first created, but yeah.
So, is it possible? I mean, basically, it's the first time Mark's had sex. He's innie for him.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Maybe,
he obviously is. This is completely uncharted waters for him. He has no idea what to do. There's no one to ask advice.
But
you can't go on the internet.
Well, Helly knew about like masturbation, and he giggled over that as well. So, what is the line of what they know and what they don't know?
These are interesting questions.
A constant question.
Okay, sorry.
So, is she pregnant?
Yeah, because surely there wouldn't have been any contraception.
I didn't think of that.
You never thought about that. I mean, that's the natural place the story goes.
Yeah.
I was still stuck on that they're related.
I mean, the story doesn't have to go there, but a lot of stories in this position would go there.
It didn't occur to me, but I would not be surprised if it does go there.
I think it will
she deliberately tried to.
Or would they...
I mean, just because there was no contraception doesn't mean she wasn't taking something or she's not on something herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True,
okay,
but I forget. Did they
say
100%?
Blah blah blah.
Did Milchick or anyone say anything about the fact that they got? Someone said something about the fact they got together. Was it Dylan though?
Yeah, Milchick does. Milchick says it quite way towards later in the episode.
Oh, that's right. Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course
At the end.
Yeah, he's
so
not very corporately does he say it.
Yeah.
Yes. So you'd think they'd have enough control over the health of their people that they would sort it out one way or another.
So he knew what was happening that whole time then, that means. Anyway,
yeah, that's what I was thinking about as well, about the fact that if they knew at the time, or did they only find out kind of after the fact, like looking at cameras or something, or looking at their biometrics, or I don't know. It does seem odd that if they knew at the time that they just let it go.
Since
kind of felt like a plan.
That she meant to do it. Also, with the inaccuracies between technology and all that kind of stuff as well, I don't think they would have had an implant. She wouldn't have had an implant at that point too. But we don't know where their medical technology and stuff is at.
I think it's present day.
It wouldn't have had an implant. What do you mean?
Nellie's theory is that this is not present day, or it's in a world where their technology is not our technology. It's a little backward, just based upon what we've seen in the show.
Yeah, so all the cars that they're driving are all the 70s, 80s square things, and yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they've literally implanted something in her head. So what do
Yeah.
you mean?
But the technology that
Like
they're
a contraceptive
using,
implant.
yes,
Oh, okay.
is not of that era.
Okay.
I feel like we're
Well-
more advanced than we are.
Well, I
with-
guess we'll find out, huh, guys? That's a good. Thank
Will
you,
we?
Michael. And Nellie was on that as well. Katie and I are oblivious to the birds and the bees, but anyway.
As I said, I was still upset.
Tell you
that
about
my
it later,
husband was
Well, I knew how vaginas worked, but
You keep saying that. You say it a lot for someone who.
rarely sees one, or maybe never, I don't know.
Maybe
I've
once,
seen a
Katie,
photo.
once. Everyone's seen one once.
Yeah, I've seen
You
one
protest
real
too
close
much.
up. It was blurry, so I couldn't quite make it out. Frankly, I'm blocking it out.
The resolution was awful.
Okay, so Milchick gets things ready. Miss Huang thought bereavement events were for innies who died on the floor. He says they are, but this will help the others grieve for Irving. Miss Huang asks if she can say a question.
Mhm.
She tells him he shouldn't let them have a funeral because it makes them feel like people. This whole episode really cements how they feel about innies. He says,
definitely.
that's not a question, but an unsolicited opinion. Miss Huang asks about his performance review, his first, later in the day. He says he'll get the refreshments ready and tells her to focus on the mournful signage. I love that he calls it mournful signage.
Yeah. Do
Why
you
is she?
think? Well, I have two things about that whole conversation. One,
Yep.
innies die at work.
They must.
Which
Or
they
they-
have expressly said before they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they've
Like
just got a process
diet-
for it or something.
Yeah. Okay. And
No, they've definitely done it.
Okay.
and second, do you think
And they've got a whole pack ready for it.
I get the feeling Mr. Milchick, whatever, cares more for innies than everybody else does?
I do too, and this episode really throws that in the bin, doesn't it?
He doesn't.
Unfortunately.
You never see him using the
Not
language. Oh wait, do we?
About that.
Does it? When does it throw it in the bin?
Towards the end,
I think he's
of
just
this episode.
invested in him in the same way that Harmony was invested
okay.
in
He,
him.
I think
do
his
kinda know what you
methods
mean, but-
are a bit more conciliatory, where he's just
But I
he's
think
less.
that was more
different
because, he was trying something
Because
different.
she
Okay.
trying to make up. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You
All
could be
right.
right. He's
The funerals.
certainly shown that he can be very cold, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The funeral starts.
Why do you think Miss Huang is so pointed towards him? Like, I guess I kind of assume that she's junior in some capacity,
But
not just
my
because of
guess-
her age, but because she's reported him. But
Because
she's
she's
like
12.
very quickly had a crack at him.
Yeah.
Is it because of the outing?
No, but I reckon, you know how Milchick was quite, what's the word? In on Harmony. So like
Mhm.
he would have reported her. My guess is
Mhm.
part of that role is to report to someone else about their
Right.
behavior. So my
Mhm.
guess is that it was Miss Huang that reported a lot of the stuff that comes up later.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
part of her role basically.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe she feels emboldened to be
Yeah.
that direct with him. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
They do want people to follow processes, and do things a certain way. So maybe that's. But it feels weird that I don't know, because she's not severed, right? Because she's Miss Huang.
No.
We don't know her first name.
We don't believe she's
So it's
severed. Anyway.
weird. Yeah, I don't think anybody who goes by their last.
Well, I'm kind of not taking that as gospel.
Name
I
is
know it's their
Severance,
general
right?
rule, but
Um,
she kind of enjoyed it as well. The way she
Yes.
was
Yeah.
saying, "Also, how's your performance assessment?" Like,
Yeah.
she's very manipulative for someone who seems very young.
Yeah, so on that, we found out the actress who plays Miss Huang is definitely not 10 years old. No,
she's
sorry.
19
Yeah,
Didn't we
she's
say it in
quite
the
a bit
last
older than 10
episode?
years old.
in our last recording.
Did we?
I can't remember when we said it, whether it was on the last recording or.
I don't
outside.
think so.
No one listens
Must
to
be
that.
outside.
No, she was like, and Michael said she was like 19, maybe.
Yeah, something like
Still,
that, yeah.
closer to 12 than other people on the show.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so the funeral starts. Normally, when an innie goes to be with Keir, they hold a retirement party with that person attending. But given the events that brought them there, that's not feasible. Mr. Milchick gives them 9 seconds. Again, so specific.
Reflect.
to remember Irving silently and thank Keir for their time with him. Once that's done, he invites Dylan up to give a eulogy. Dylan speaks about Irving being fun for an unfun guy. Near the end, Irving asks him for help with something, and he ignored it. Irving would have been justified to tell him off, but he didn't. He was awesome, and Dylan misses him. This is actually a really nice thing to say.
Really nice.
What did he say? He put the dick in contradiction or something?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mr. Milchick thanks him and sends them all to enjoy Irving's fruit head. Miss Huang starts to play the theremin, but Mr. Milchick calls her out of the room with him, and she's not happy. She thought she was going to perform, but Mr. Milchick says the theremin works best in moderation, and she can play a piece for him later.
Well, you mess with him.
I did find it interesting that they gave them time to themselves.
Yep.
Because it doesn't feel like that's something they would do.
Are we going to talk about the watermelon head?
I
Michael?
know we didn't, in all honesty. I forget I ever saw it.
Why is it? They could have had a bigger watermelon rather than having his nose be white. That's
or
what
just made his head smaller in the watermelon. Yeah.
Well, I
It was
don't
a
know,
great
just
carving, though.
his face into a watermelon, like, what? And then had
Yeah.
them eat it. Like Mark, one of them's digging into the ear. Oh, so
Yep.
fucking weird.
Yeah, it
Still,
really
I
is.
think,
And they
isn't
said they were about to have a party. I said to Shana, "Oh, is it going to be another melon party?"
And yeah.
And the mugs with Irving's face.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, and the sort of dot matrix printer of the,
Yes, it
what
was
do you
a dot
call it?
matrix
The
printer.
bereavement.
Yeah.
We used to have
The-
software that
the
did that,
mournful
made banners
bereavement.
across
Banners.
those mournful
The
bereavement.
mournful
Yeah.
signage.
Did you have that?
Yep. At school
That was
we
so
did,
cool. It was like, oh wow,
Yep.
do this.
Yep, dot matrix printers still exist. Okay, so Mark looks at his melon and then eats it. Helly asks Dylan if he's okay. He shrugs and asks her the same. She says she's okay. Helly sees Mark leaving and he says he needs to get back to work. Helly's upset, but Dylan says to let him go. Helly says his friend is dead and he doesn't seem to care. Mark says he's not dead, he's just not there. Dylan asks if the two of them caught up. If Mark told
I
Helly
do kind of agree with that. Like, if he came back in, surely he would still be around. Like, it's not like they've.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
we're all
but they're not going to allow him back in, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
he's
so
never
it's
going to appear.
kind of effectively the same. But
Yeah.
will he? Prediction.
But that's
will
the
he
thing,
come
not
back
through their control. So,
in?
Some-
I actually don't know
Definitely
whether he
happen
will or
in
he
women's.
won't.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. Well,
he
I
might
reckon
be
he's.
reintegrated. Is that what it's called again? I can't remember.
I reckon
So-
he's downstairs.
So when Dylan then asks if the Helly and Mark have caught up, there was a hint of more. He's implying more, but then he says
he
if Mark,
absolutely knows.
yeah, and then he says if Mark told Helly that Miss Casey is his wife. Mark says she's
Yeah.
his outie's wife. Helly follows Mark out.
Wait, just on one thing, Nellie, you said you think Irving is downstairs in the
Yeah.
I
basement.
think you might be right. Actually.
But he can't be because his physical body is outside. We see that later.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, if he's not
true.
taking himself in, true,
Yeah. No, you're
Yeah.
right.
true.
I forgot about that. Thank you.
Helly and Mark are walking back to macro data refinement, and Helly asks Mark why he won't talk to her. When he asks what she wants to talk about, she mentions that the Miss Casey thing, and asks what they're going to do. He says they're not going to do anything. She wants them to work together to figure it out. He says it doesn't matter because Lumen is smarter than them. They know everything they've been doing. Helena told them everything. Helly says that wasn't her. She's not Helena. This says Helena told them everything, but actually I think this is meant to say that they told Helena everything. Because she basically knows it.
Helena
told the
told
board.
everybody,
Oh,
told
yeah,
the board,
sorry, yeah.
women and everything that they were up.
So Helly says that wasn't me. I'm not Helena. She's Helly.
And they're both right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
Mark-
both entirely right.
Yep. Mark asks how he knows that. She admits that he doesn't. He just has to trust her. This is real. Not everything at
Which
Lumen
is
is a lie.
It's that trusting. And I said to Shan as well, like in the previous scene, it's like he can't trust her. And then they
Yeah.
come out with
Yep. And then she actually tried to get close to him, and I thought, are they going to kiss again? But I thought that would
No,
be
he
a bit
wouldn't.
inappropriate. But then she turns around and walks away saying, you need to stop being a jerk.
Well, that too.
Also, there was when Helly comes. I forgot to mention this. You just reminded me somehow.
Yep.
When we should have been able to tell that Helly was Helena, because Helly, I don't know if you've noticed, her posture is really hunched. And she walks like really like.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Helena is really proper and posture's perfect
Straight
and
back,
everything.
yeah. Okay, I didn't notice that.
And it annoyed me when it happened, when I saw her walk again as a innie. I was like, oh, damn it.
I should have seen that.
I was just like,
also, we didn't see much of them figuratively because they were wearing the big floppy jackets and stuff, and they're trudging through snow, so you can't really.
True.
Yeah, but she was back in the other episode, the first episode.
Wow. Yeah, I was just wrong. I just didn't want to believe it.
We cut to Milchick, and he arrives upstairs outside of the severed floor, and he meets Natalie, and Natalie asks him if he's excited for his first performance review as department chief. Before they get started, he asks to have a word with her. He asks her about the paintings that they both received. He's grateful for them and the appreciation they show. He asks if she could share how she felt when she received the paintings, because he thinks they've had similar experience, including complicated feelings over the paintings.
You were both right here. I totally didn't take that, but you were both right.
Natalie just smiles and says, Mr. Drummond is loading.
I reckon she wasn't. She had the same reaction as him. She just can't ever say anything.
And she's got the fixed smile on at this point.
Yeah.
And the not the silence, but he's waiting for her to like fill him in, and that kind of gets quite awkward. And then she's
Oh, I can't wait to see the episode where Natalie just cracks it and just like, no, fuck you all, I'm burning this place down.
I feel like she's too
indoctrinated.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess it's just let me dream it.
Okay? Everyone. I mean, Harmony was pretty.
Yeah,
that's true.
We didn't see her at all this episode, by the way.
Milchick might have planted the seed of
discontent.
Her wanting to talk about it.
Yeah. We swap back to Dylan, and he's looking at Irvin's melon head. It's actually the picture behind Michael right now that has a giant slice out of the side of it, and he guesses this is it. He's sorry he let Irving down. He notices a poster hanging across from Irving and reaches behind it. I don't know why he knew that.
I think it had to do with what was written on it. It said hang in there. Did Irving say that to him at any point?
Yes, he did.
He said hang in there. Something?
That was one of the last things he said to him.
I think that's what clicked for Dylan.
Okay. So on the back,
which department puts those on the walls?
On the back is a drawing of the hallway Irving had been painting. Dylan puts the note back and leaves. Very smart, Dylan.
He had instructions I took it the wrong way. Well, how to find the room.
What?
Yeah, but he put it back.
It had instructions on the back of how to find.
Oh yeah, of how to find it. Yeah, sorry, you went
and they were quite long.
I think it said from Dad, because he always used to say.
Yeah, about what's the dinner thing.
About the kids and call them kids.
Okay.
Did he memorize it, or he went? No,
I think he must have because remember he's got a great memory. You know,
I know he does.
Well,
it was quite long.
Get it if he wants.
That's true.
But why wouldn't you just? I guess you might not want to be caught with it.
Yeah. I don't think he trusts anybody.
True.
We cut back to the meeting between Mr. Milchick, Mr. Drummond, and Natalie. I don't know why we call Natalie.
So awkward that Natalie is
by their surname.
Good point.
Yeah.
Why do we do that?
Maybe she can't be severed though, because she's not on the severed floor all the time.
Maybe it's a gender thing, because
maybe she's always severed. Oh, that's true. Wow. Maybe they're sexist.
Harmony.
Yeah, but the innies call her Mrs. Cope. Yeah.
But on the severed floor, they all go by. Like it was Miss Casey to give the illusion that she wasn't severed.
Interesting.
Yeah. Those are some thoughts.
Could Natalie be permanently severed?
Yeah, that's possible, I reckon. That would definitely explain
Just
her a
from the way
bit.
she acts, it really would. It would really help.
Okay, so Mr. Drummond welcomes Mr. Milchick to his performance review. He says it could take 2 to 6 hours. If it's longer than 4, he'll get a lunch break. Mr. Milchick hopes that won't be necessary, but he's given the lunch menu, so I think we know where this is going.
Yeah.
Mr. Drummond starts with the positives. He accepted the paintings with grace. His attendance and urinalysis are excellent. Okay.
Yeah, you have to pee in a cup.
Yeah, that's for his tempers.
Yeah, I guess. On the downside, 3 contentions have been anonymously reported. Miss Wang, you dirty bitch! Why did you report that? They were investigated.
He did also reported them as well because she has been on there as Helly. But I do
Harmony. He would have done the same thing to Harmony because that's
true.
Job.
Absolutely,
he's totally not innocent in this at all. Yeah.
No, not at all.
So Mr. Drummond says the contentions were investigated and confirmed. The first is that he uses too many big words. I'm like...
The second one was the best one.
Can I honestly say I concur that he used too many big words?
Okay. He starts to defend himself, but Mr. Drummond stops him and says those will be heard after the lunch break. Yeah. Next, on his daily logs, he's installed paper clips back to front, which led to confusion.
Several times. Yeah. How can we tell which is the front and which is the back?
Mr. Drummond shows him examples.
That made me think of you, Ben. That made me think of you in the cardboard pieces that have the slightly rounded edge from the punch board in a board game.
Yep.
No, they're back to front.
Well, they are.
They're basically the same, but they're back to front.
Internet, support me here.
I'm in support of Ben on this one, though.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
Ben, but I don't need to be flipped around every time. I know there's a front and back, but
when we play quacks, they have to go down in a certain way.
Yep. The bulk of the day, however, will focus on the last contention. He brought in a new refining team for Mark S, and it failed to coalesce. He instituted kindness reforms which have not deterred curiosity or idling. He arranged an outdoor retreat during which resulted in the termination of one employee and the discovery of the true identity of another, at great risk to the Egan name. I'm surprised they didn't split those between the 3, but sure. It's just like
one
paper clips, big words, and then this giant fuck up, basically.
That's everything else we've ever done.
We see Mark sit at his station and he opens the Cold Harbour file. Back with Mr. Drummond, he says Mark's completion of Cold Harbour will be remembered as one of the great moments in the history of the planet. Okay, it'll happen under Mr. Milchick.
Interesting phrasing.
Yeah. Which will leave an incredible legacy. That seems to have clouded his judgment. He wants Mr. Milchick to go back to the basics and remember the workers' greater purpose and treat them as what they really are. And it's just like, oh, this again.
Yeah. Does it say the planet or this planet?
Here it says, so just find it again, the planet. Are you looking for hints of a multiverse or something? Yes. We see Mr. Milchick's back at his desk reviewing his performance review. And Mark. Then we see Mark working.
Fonts and like it's just been pulled from a style, template or something.
Funny you would mention that because. Sorry, go.
Sorry, I just had a slight epiphany. I'm thinking maybe the Cold Harbour, all that kind of stuff, is a form of hacking without knowing what you're doing, because it's all numbers and all that kind of stuff and patterns and things, which is basically data, I reckon.
That's interesting.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know.
I have zero thought on what they're doing.
Do you have any opinion on it, Michael? What do you think it is?
No, I mean, you could be right. Yeah.
They're not deciding which goats live and which goats die.
Yeah.
Oh, I
what
don't know
the-
about the
Or
goats.
removing the
Goats
swear
are
words
tight.
from all the movies.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
I'm kind of disregarding the ghosts. I'll be honest, even though I promised them.
It
It's
is
a red
interesting
herring.
that Helena was the one who went to the goats and participated in that whole
Mm.
Oh yeah.
weirdness. It's just, I don't know. It just seems weird that she'd get on board and pretend to be someone to find out more about the company.
But I think she volunteered because it was her and Helly that went
Mark.
the first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back with Mark, we see him working on the Cold Harbour file. He gets up to 85% completion, but then he experiences a sharp pain to his head. And after a moment, it stops, and then he notices the time is 5:54. He gets up and turns off his station and leaves. In the performance review, we see Mr. Milchick tell Mr. Drummond he'll tighten the leash. Mark gets to the elevator and gets on. Mr. Milchick stops the elevator doors from closing. He says that Mark left work 6 minutes early and asks if he can come in. Without waiting for an answer, he steps in. He uses his card and steps in
Yep.
and asks how the rest of the funeral was and if he got what he
Into
needed
his
from it.
personal space.
Mark says he did. He asks if Miss Huang took notes. He can't wait to hear her article about it in the Bullshit Gazette. Mr. Milchick wants to put everything behind them and look forward to productive work days ahead. Mark placates him by agreeing. Mr. Milchick asks if he and Helly caught up and if he told her about having sex with her outie at the retreat. Not in those
That's not what
words,
he said.
but no.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going to say, did you PG that? Or?
Yeah, I did PG that. Well, it's PG'd here as well, so...
Yeah.
Mark doesn't answer, and Mr. Milchick steps out because he steps quite close to Mark at that point,
In his face.
allowing the elevator door to close. We see Mark leave Lumen and walk to his car, and Helena is upstairs watching him go. Devon reads this whole section is so fascinating to me. We cut over to Devon and Rickon, and Devon reads portions of Rickon's modified book, which he's doing for the innies. She says it's the opposite of what he was saying before. He sees how she'd feel that way, but one of Nat's points was that innies thrive on structure. Once it's established, they're more open to self-expansion. He's trying to speak their language, but Devon says it sounds like Lumen language. He says it's a Trojan's horse. If he can get his ideas to severed people around the world, it might beget a revolution. Devon says these aren't your ideas. Lumen hurts people and you're watering down your work so that they can use it in their propaganda. So you're hurting people too. This is a really tough conversation between them, actually. Rickon says he'll reflect on her words. Also, this is a huge opportunity for him, and he's not inclined to walk away unless him selling millions of copies of his book and the life that'll give them has lost its appeal to her.
I mean, honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devon
The idea
says...
of millions of copies sort of still blew my scale a little bit. I'm like, I know there's supposed to be, other Lumen facilities in the world, but it's going to sell millions, the internal copy? I'm like,
But how
big
is it going to sell?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to sell them to Lumen.
Yeah, to Lumen.
Lumen's going to buy all of them.
Millions of copies.
Million seems a bit much.
Yeah,
Or
maybe that's just him. But
It sounds like they're
maybe
just
it
going to
is
buy the
much-
rights, so it's just going to be a one-time kind of payment, and then Lumen will do whatever the hell they like with it.
Well,
Why doesn't
said
he do
sell millions,
the
but-
UUR Lumen edition?
It just made me think, maybe the scale's much bigger than I thought.
I forgot that this is why the episode was called Trojan's Horse, but it's not really a Trojan's Horse if he's
if he's just
changed
The
the
message
name.
is being doctored, yeah.
He doesn't care.
yeah, he's just like, this means money. Devon says she's going to bed.
And it makes him feel good. It's about
You
his
mean to
ego.
turn
Yeah,
on
it's
the
like
light?
it's like validation. Yeah, it's
Yeah, we
completely
can't see the cat
validation for
anymore.
him. Oh yeah. Are
Do you really
still
want me
there,
to turn
Katie?
on the light?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's just gotten really dark over time. Yeah, I completely missed that it had gotten dark. I don't look at you,
I
Katie.
I realised I couldn't. Is that Archie?
That's Teddy.
Teddy. The light's on.
He's upset now. Is that better?
Hi, Teddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Katie.
look,
We
it's
can-
Katie.
Ben forgot who he was talking to.
Yeah.
Slowly disappearing into the dark.
Back with Irving, we see him looking over his paintings and then he takes them all down. He walks outside to a phone booth and calls someone. He tells them he was fired, so he thinks Lumen knows what his innie was up to. So, yeah. So that's interesting. So someone else is working with him. We don't know who yet.
Yeah.
And what was it? What would his innie have been up to? Because maybe he's the Trojan horse.
Maybe. That's a good point. So he ends the conversation abruptly when he notices Bert watching him from his car. Bert, the stalker. Who had Bert is going to be a stalker on their bingo card?
Oh, no, well, before this, I thought someone was going to kill him
Oh, okay.
right there.
Jeez.
Like,
Yeah.
that he made the phone call and he turned around and thought, oh, he's done
Yeah.
for.
And also, like, you're in a phone booth that's completely illuminated your spot and then it's dark all around. You're just painting a target on your back.
Yeah,
that
and
kind of
also,
thing.
how long has it been since we've seen a phone booth like that in Australia?
Yeah.
There's actually one just out on the main road near my
Oh my
house.
god, Katie.
They've got
Always
internet now,
Katie.
I've never used
got
it.
Wi-Fi.
Yep. He goes to Bert and asks why he's following him. Bert says when someone shows up on his doorstep screaming his name, he wants to know why. Irving realizes Bert's with Lumen. Bert asks why Irving was at his house the other night. Irving says he doesn't know, and Bert realizes it wasn't him, but his innie. Bert got canned a few weeks ago when he asked for a reason. They told him his innie had an unsanctioned erotic entanglement with another worker. I love that.
Which is kind of interesting that they told him
That
that,
sounds like
actually.
Mr. Milchick's
Yeah.
word.
Yeah. And I
Why
just
not?
loved
I mean,
Makes
hearing
me
Yeah.
wonder if
Why?
they told Irving why he was fired.
Yeah, that's a good question, yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't tell him who it was. Then Irving showed up at his door. Irving asks if he thinks they were an item. Bert tells him Fields thinks so. They had to cancel their trip to Milwaukee because of it. Fields is his husband. Irving is sorry for that. Bert says it's fine. He invites Irving to join them for dinner tomorrow so they can talk through everything. Threesome, throuple, the three of them.
I just was excited that they might rekindle their relationship. I didn't even think
Yeah, it's going to be another erotic entanglement.
Yep. Irving says he'll come, and Bert says they like expensive red wine. He offers to drive
that was
Irving.
funny.
Yeah. He says we like red
We are
wine.
not letting you in.
The expensive,
if you don't bring
the expensive
red
stuff.
wine.
Yeah.
That's the price.
He offers to drive Irving home, but Irving says he'll walk. They agree they'll see each other tomorrow. Bert drives away as Irving walks home. Mark comes home and tells Asal there wasn't any eggnog. He finds her looking through Gemma's things. She needs things to rattle his memories. As Mark takes Gemma's knitting out of her hands and puts it back in the box, he notices the box of cremated remains. Asal asks if that's her. Mark says it's what he thought was her. She's not dead. She's just not hit there. He puts the box on a shelf and asks who's in there. Asal says they have people in the morgue on the payroll, just like everywhere else in Kier. Mark coughs and she asks if he feels all right. He says basically, and she says they'll wait one more day before continuing. She doesn't want to rush things. He asks if she has enough snacks, and she says she does. He asks if they're hurting Gemma. Asal admits she doesn't know. And as Mark walks away, he hears a voice saying, "You're outie." He turns around and asks Asal, "What did you say?" And she says, "I didn't say anything." As he goes to move upstairs, he has flashes of Miss Casey telling him things about his outie during a wellness session. He also remembers being inside Lumen, walking in a dark hallway. He turns and sees Miss Casey standing in front of him. Then suddenly, he's back in his house, and that is the end of the episode. We're halfway through this season, my friends. Halfway through.
Is there 9 or 10 episodes?
10. I did check this time.
I thought there were 9 and I was excited just because I wanted to see how the season ends. But I also read that the new
Then you were
season's not coming out till
disappointed when
2027, so I don't give a
Yeah.
shit.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there was a big gap between season 1 and 2 as well. So yeah, that was fun. Do you guys have any thoughts on this episode? This is just basically a fallout episode from the previous one.
Yeah. don't think I had any extra. I think we talked about everything along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, because I feel like we'll see a bit more of the reintegration in the next episode, and maybe a little bit more about Irving and what
I want to
he
know about
See
plan
Harmony
was.
again.
Mr. Drummond. I want to know what his role is.
Yeah,
He's
he's
got
a
a
new
great
character
voice.
this season, right? We hadn't met him before, had we?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I thought he resembled the guy in the goat room.
We met him
Oh,
at the
okay.
end of last season's episode because he was at the gala
Yeah, with
escorting
Helen.
Helly around, I think.
Okay.
But we didn't really
What
know
about-
who he was.
And what about the other fellow from the opening?
The
Oh,
The
doctor.
guy wheeling the cart.
Yeah,
the
oh,
doctor.
that's
I don't
true.
think it's a doctor at all. But
I reckon it's just
No, it was just how he was dressed. Yeah.
white coat.
It is interesting that he was humming a shipwreck song.
Mm.
Like, I feel there's a reason that was done. But
It's
I won't
also
know it.
interesting that we didn't get a look at his face. So who
Yeah,
he is.
what are they hiding?
Is he Mr. Fields? Is he
didn't
Bert's husband? I don't know. We've not met him. But is he? Are they
There
the
was a
same
moment
person?
when I
Like
thought
he's-
it was Bert, but then when he got to the room he was going to, obviously it couldn't have been Bert.
Okay, I'm putting it out
and we
right
did
now.
see
It's
what
Bert's
Fields
husband.
looked like.
Yeah, we didn't.
I like
we
that.
we saw him briefly in the doorway, right?
Oh,
When
in
Irving
through the
was
window.
there.
We saw him briefly through the window. Yeah.
Did he have white hair?
No,
think so. I
I
don't
thought it
remember.
was greyish.
I don't
Or
think-
brown.
I
I
thought
don't
it was
really
brown too.
remember what he
Yeah.
looked like.
Okay, all right. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
completely wrong. Just let me live with this dream, okay? But I like your pregnancy thing. I really look forward to when Helena starts showing.
Well, I mean, there is
Yeah.
kind of an argument for
That's
I
just a
almost hope
consequence.
that they don't,
Yeah.
just because it's just such a trope.
It is.
You know how this is totally crossing something else. You know how when we were doing our Dark recap, you can put a link in that before. I was listening to all those Dark podcasts. They did the people that I was listening to on that podcast. They spent almost half an episode talking about how much a trope it is, especially for sci-fi, about women characters are there basically to get pregnant and advance the story. About that's how well worn a trope it is. So
Wow, okay.
this is and they were sort of pretty upset about it at the time. So thinking about it in this context is like, well, yeah, they could do it again. So now I've sort of had my eyes widened on that a bit. Not that I read or watch a lot of sci-fi.
I didn't know about that
kinda
either,
hope
but
they don't.
also it's sort of like, well, okay, I guess women can't get pregnant on TV anymore.
No,
It's just-
yeah. I mean, it does. Yeah, there's a reason it's used, but
I would actually like her to start showing, but for our expectations to be subverted, and it's completely nothing to do with Mark.
it's just some guy on the outside.
Rando.
Had nothing to do with it. She might not even have a partner. She's just been going through IVF.
Yeah.
It's
But
immaculate.
my dinner's waiting for me, so I'm going to go, guys. I look forward to the next episode. Katie's got something to say. Go.
I've just been Googling the wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
So that song came out in 1976, which is kind
The year I
of
was
like
born.
the time that it's
50 years ago.
yeah, oh.
It was 50 years ago. Thanks for pointing it out.
It was actually the ship sank in 1975, but it sunk in on Lake Superior.
You were right. Sank is correct.
Where's Lake Superior? Is that America?
Yeah, it's one of the Great Lakes.
Why can't they just call lakes with a normal name? No, the lake really
it's
notable.
Sunk in a
or-
lake. I don't.
How
It
big
didn't
was the
sink out
lake?
in the
It'll be
ocean.
pretty big.
If it's an
Those lakes are
inland
really
lake
big.
that's really big, then yeah, to get stuff from one side to another instead of walking all
I
around.
don't know. I just think it sounds silly. It is the largest of the Great Lakes of North America because all the Great
I like
Lakes are in
call it
North
Lake
America.
Superior.
Yeah, I that's mean to lakes. I think all lakes are fantastic.
I mean, yeah, okay. I guess it's big.
Okay.
It's big. I hope we have an American watching this now because after everything that we said in Twin Peaks, or that Nelly said in Twin Peaks,
Yeah. Oh,
They'll be-
just me.
not just the Americans either, by the way, the Canadians, they'll be flipping as well.
Okay.
Nothing against
Well,
Canadians.
The Great Lakes. This Great Lake is
Still going.
Canada.
I want to
and
eat my
North
dinner.
America.
Okay.
No
Can I eat
dinner
my
for them.
Until next time, guys. This was a great episode. I actually really enjoyed it. Look forward to next time. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.